You're tired, but it's been a great party. However, it's time to go home, and the shortest path is through the forest. Without giving it much thought, you stepped in, deciding to follow the river. The nighttime sounds of forest animals unsettle you, making the atmosphere even more eerie. Yet, you keep going without thinking twice. You are halfway there and cross the bridge to get over the river when suddenly an overwhelming silence falls. The only sound is the flowing river, and in that moment you hear a whisper that makes your blood rush to your head. Fear consumes you as you feel an icy hand rest on your shoulder. Some legends survive time in whispers, passed down through generations for over 200 years. But in Oaxaca, Mexico, there is one story that chills the blood, the Drowned Nun. Today, we will walk through the maze of the unexplained in search of the truth behind this spectral figure trapped between love and tragedy. The legend tells that over a century ago, a young novice lived in a convent in Oaxaca. She was deeply devoted, but fell in love with a noble man, a forbidden love in her community. On a fateful night, she decided to run away with him, but as they escaped, a terrible storm broke out. Near the Atoyac River, she fell, and the current carried her to her tragic end. Since then, the legend has taken on a life of its own. On full moon nights, many witnesses claim to have seen a figure in a habit floating above the water or walking along the river bank, lamenting the freedom and redemption she never reached. One of the most frequented places for this legend is the Atoyac River on the outskirts of Oaxaca. Some witnesses recount seeing the spectral figure of a nun walking or floating beside the river, especially on misty nights or when the moon is at its peak. Others claim to have seen her near colonial convents and churches, where the mystery intertwines with the past. These encounters in silent, ancient places add an even more terrifying layer to the legend. Some say that on dark cold nights, a thick fog covers the Atoyac River and other bodies of water in Oaxaca, leaving the air strangely cold and heavy. Some hear chilling wails, while others claim to have felt a cold hand as they crossed a bridge. Turning around, they see a pale, blurry face frozen in pain. People flee or, in some cases, faint. Others are not so fortunate and are swept away by the river's floodwaters. Many locals also report seeing her near colonial churches and old convents. In these silent, mysterious areas, the encounters with the nun become even more terrifying. Those who claim to have seen her describe her as a spectral figure dressed in an old, worn habit, with water dripping from her clothes. Her face appears pale and shrouded in mist. Her empty eyes reflect the sadness and her fate, and some say she holds a rosary, a final remnant of her search for redemption. At the ex Hacienda Crespo in San Lorenzo, Cacaotepec, Oaxaca, a place abandoned for years, it's said the nun appears atop a fig tree or by the main courtyard fountain. This site, once belonging to a wealthy family, now lies covered in vegetation and dirt, a mysterious, desolate place that calls to those who dare enter. They say that upon seeing her, they feel an icy air that makes them lose their way. The next time you walk near a river in the darkness of the night, remember this story. Her spirit still roams, trapped in sorrow and the search for what she could never attain in life, perhaps even waiting for someone to hear her. If you want to hear more tales like this, subscribe and activate notifications. Will you dare seek her on a full moon night? Stay safe, stay curious. See you next time.